Hi guys, it's Doc here and I'm upside down. So why am I upside down? Well, I'm upside down because we're going to be playing a game today and this is the last time you're going to see me. And in your supplies this week, you should have gotten a paper like this and a paper like this. Okay? So take a minute to get it out. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause the video and line them up just like I have them here and then start the video again. Now I'm going to start our timer and we're going to play this game for about 15 minutes. And how you win is you have to either get all your row filled out, one row, just one, or one column filled in, or all four corners filled in. Okay, so let's get started. This number has 4 hundreds, 0 tens, and 5 ones. 4 hundreds, 0 tens, and 5 ones. Oh, it's a little bit. There we go. I think that might be a little better. Can you see that better? Okay. There we go. 4 hundreds, 0 tens, and 5 ones. If you see that on your card, go ahead and mark it off. Trying to get the blur away from it. I might have to tilt it a little bit. I'll put this baggie here. That'll help me tilt it a little bit. Okay? All right. Now, I don't see 405 on my sheet. If you see 405 on your sheet, 405, then that you would mark off. Let's go to the next one. This number is a 3-digit number with a 1 in the hundreds column, a 6 in the ones column, and a 0 in the tens column. A 1 in the hundreds column, a 6 in the ones column, and a 0 in the tens column. So I'm going to take a look and see if I have 106 on my card, and I do not. So how we say this is 106. 106. Okay, let's keep going. Try again. This number has 8 hundreds, 3 tens, and 9 ones. This number has 8 hundreds, 3 tens, and 9 ones. 839. 839. So I'm going to look for it on my sheet. I have an 899. And that's about as close as I can get. So far I don't have anything. Hopefully you're doing better than I am. Let me know how you're doing in the comment section. Let's do another. We better get moving so we can get some of these filled in. This number has a 7 in the hundreds column, a 2 in the tens column, and a 4 in the ones column. 724. 724. Oh, look, I got my first one. So I can cross that out because I have 724 on my card as one of my corners. So that's good. So maybe I will get my 4 corners, or maybe I will get this row or this column. So let's keep going so we can get some more numbers crossed out. This number is 10 more than 333. 333. So if it's 10 more than this, that means I'm going to add a 1 in the tens column. Since it's 10 more than this, I'm going to add a 1 in the tens column. So instead of 333, I'm going to have 343. 343. I'm looking for it on mine. See how you did on yours? I don't see a 343 on mine. So put mine aside. Again, hopefully you're doing better than I. All right, let's go to the next one. This number is 10 more than 54. 10 more than 54. So if I have 54, and again, I'm going to, whatever number they're talking about, the 5 goes in the tens column. So 10 more than 54, I'm going to add 1 to my tens place, and I have 64 now. It used to be 54, but if I'm adding 10, then it's going to be 64. And I'm looking again at my sheet, and it doesn't look like I have the number 64 either. So we keep going with another. Here we go. This number has 9 hundreds, 8 tens, and 3 ones. 9 hundreds, 8 tens, and 3 ones. 983. 983. Let's see. 983. I have a 948. That's about as close as I got here. So 983 doesn't do any good for me. Hopefully you're doing better. I only have one. The next card, this number has 9 hundreds, 4 tens, and 5 ones. 9 hundreds, 4 tens, and 5 ones. And I kind of laughed a little bit because I knew I had 948. It's 945. Not close enough though. So I, again, don't have another one to cross off. Here's a little bit tricky. This number is 10 less than 958. So 958. And notice I made the 5 small again because we're talking about the tens place. 10 less than. So this is going to be 948. Oh, look at that. I actually have that. That's the number I've been talking about, 948. So here we go. So now I have 2 that are in this first column. And we'll keep going. We're almost halfway through with our time, so we better hurry along. This number has 8 hundreds, 6 tens, and 3 ones. 800, 6 tens, and 3 ones. 800s, 6 tens, and 3 ones. Well, I see an 899 and 822. I think those are the only 800 numbers that I have. So looks like I'm out of luck there. Hopefully you're doing better. All right, this side of my paper is filled in. So now if you filled yours in, you can make another one by drawing 3 lines and writing hundreds, tens, and ones. If you need to do that, then you can pause the video to give you a little more time, okay? I'm going to put this down here. I think it might hold my numbers better. We'll find out. All right, I'm going to flip it over because I have a second one. I might have given you a second one. I don't remember. Hopefully I did. All right, so here we go. This number has 9 hundreds, 6 tens, and 7 ones. 9 hundreds, 6 tens, and 7 ones. I don't think I have another 900 on mine. Look and see what you have on yours. No, I don't. So I'm going to put this aside. Okay, next. This is an odd number between 945 and 950. So this is a little bit different. So now I have numbers, and I'm going to turn this over on the back. I have a number that's 945 and 950. And it says it is an odd number between the two. So what are odd numbers? Odd numbers are the ones that have either 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 in the ones place. So this is 5. The next odd number would be 947. And then the next one would be 949. And then 950. So there's actually 2 that are in between 945 and 950. Now, you can't use 945. Why is that? Because it says between. And between means it has to be after 945 and before 950. So I'm sorry if you had 945, but you can't use that. But if you have 947 or 949, you can mark those off. Okay, let's keep continuing. Oh, let's see. No, that's right. Okay, this is a 3-digit number with a 5 in the tens place. Okay, 5 in the tens place. A 4 in the ones place. And a 9 in the hundreds place. So again, big numbers, 954. Now I know I don't have any other 900s on there. Hopefully you do. So let's keep going. This is a 3-digit number with a 2 in the tens column and ones column. This is a 3-digit number with a 2 in the tens column and in the ones column. So that means there's a 2 in both. Anytime you see and, that means it's included in both, in the tens column and one column. So now I have the number 22. 22. I don't see 22 on mine. I have 20, but I don't have 22. So we need to go on. Hopefully you had it. This number is an odd number between 350 and 400. Wow. That's an odd number between 350 and 400. Well, this could be a lot of numbers, so this might help us out a lot. So let's take a look at it and see. An odd number between 350 and 400. Well, that means I have to go 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So 351, 353, 355, 357, or 359. You have any of those? Let's see if I have any of those. Looks like so far I do not have any of those. Now, I'm still below 400, so I go on to the next one. My next odd number would be 361, 363, 365, 367, 369. All right, so a lot more 300s. I'm looking for a 3 and a 6 and my hundreds in my tens column, and I don't see any, so I still don't have any. Hopefully you do. Don't forget to let me know in the comments section when you get a row, a column, or your 4 corners. My next would be 371, 373, 375, 377, 379. Okay, so 370s. Do you have any 370s on there? If you do, you want to see if you have that odd number on the end, and it's still not helping me. So I have a 378, but that's an even number, so that doesn't work out. Okay, next one, 381, 383, 385, 387, and 389. Okay, I don't have any 380s on my card, so I know that it's not going to be for me. So I still have to go to 400. So we have 391, 393, 395, 397, and 399. All right. Well, again, I have a 392, and that's an even number in between. So that doesn't help me out. So this card, I didn't get any numbers. Hopefully you got more than one. Let's take a look at the next card. This number has a 9 in the ones column and a 2 in the hundreds column. This number has a 9 in the ones column and a 2 in the hundreds column. Well, if they left the column out, what does that mean? If they leave a column out, then that means there is a 0 in between. Okay, so again, a 9 in the ones column, a 2 in the hundreds column, but they didn't give us the tens, which is in between. So if I have a blank in between, I have to put a 0 there, and that will make that 209. And I do have a 209 on my sheet, so I finally get to cross out another number. Okay, let's keep going. We're at 15 minutes, but I think we can go to 20 and we'll be all right. So let's keep going. We'll go quickly. This number is an odd number between 75 and 80 with 7 in a ones place. Now they're getting specific. Okay, so this number is between 75 and 80. Well, I know an odd number, so it's odd. So again, this game likes odd numbers. So now we have 75, 77, 79, and the next one would be past 80. But they also tell us that it has a 7 in a ones place. So that would be 77 because it has a 7 in a ones place. And I have a 77 also. Woohoo! So hopefully you have one also. All right, let's continue on. This number is an odd number between 50 and 60. It's an odd number between 50 and 60. So I have 50, I have 60, and again, odd numbers. So that would be 51, 53, 55, 57, or 59. If you have any of these numbers right here, then you can cross them out. I actually have one of these numbers. Oh, so now I have, looky here, I have 3 in this column, so I'm pretty excited. We're getting close. All right, let's continue on to the next one. This number is 10 less than 89. 10 less than 89. So if I go back here and I write down my 89 and I know I'm going to have 10 less than that, I'm going to put my 8 minus 1 in the tens column, less than 89. So this will be 79. 79 would be my number. 10 less than 89 would be 79. No luck for me, so hopefully you were able to get that also. Let's keep going. We got 2 minutes left. This is a number with an even number. Here we go. Even number between 300 and 400 with a 7 in the tens place. Now, this is really specific. So it's a little bit tricky. So let's say we have an even number between 300 and 400. That is a huge gap. However, they said it has to have a 7 in a tens place. So none of the numbers will work until I get to 370. So now I'm going to get to 370, which is an even number. How did I know it's 70? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put this over here. This number is an even number between 300 and 400 with 7 in a tens place. So my 300, my 400, I have 7 in the tens place. So none of the numbers will work until I get to 370 when I'm counting, because I have to have a 7 in the tens place. And they want an even number, so that means I'll have 370, 372, 374, 376, 378. But if I go to the next one, I'll have 380, and that won't be a 7 in a tens place. So these are the only numbers that will work between 300 and 400. If you have any of those numbers, you can cross them out. And it looks like I have one, 378, so I'm excited about that. And that's the only one it looks like I have. So hopefully we're moving right along, and this will be our last card, and then I want you to let me know how you did. Okay, this is an even number between 120 and 128. Now, it says between, so I mentioned earlier, if it says between, that does not include 120 or 128. So we can't include those. But what we're looking for is an even number between there. So that would be 122, 124, or 126. 122, 124, or 126. I don't have any of those, so looks like I'm not going to be a winner this time. Hopefully someone out there was able to be a winner today, and if you were, please put the comments and let me know if you won. If you didn't win, just put in the comments section, how many boxes did you get to cross out? How many boxes did you get to cross out? I crossed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my answer would be 6. So how many boxes did you cross out? This is all for today, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.